Hi guys, my name is Lynn Farhat and it's my second year in Silly Affiliate, so I'm going to be showing y'all how to open Fiji and how to do like the basics in Fiji, right? Because like I know like a lot of us did have trouble with it like when we first started out, because I certainly did. Um, so yeah, let's get started. Let me get rid of Fiji so I can like show y'all how to do it from the beginning. You already have to have like Fiji downloaded, and maybe I'll make that in another video, but if you have Fiji downloaded and you just want to open an image, I'm going to show y'all how to do that right now. So on the teams for Silly Affiliates, you'd go to the mTOR project and let me make this a little bigger. You'd go to files, right? And then you'd go to 2025 mTOR project. That's like the newest one. So I usually go on that one. These are the different types of stainings that are used. This is the one I typically look at. So I'm gonna go pick an image from the different ages. There's typically three for each age. Three different like mice that are looked at least in this channel. And there's gonna be two images typically. I'm gonna do P14, 4 out of 4. And CTX stands for cortex, CTX and CC stands for cortex and corpus callosum, and that's the one that we're gonna be looking at. I'm gonna choose this one. And then while that's loading, I'm gonna pull up Fiji real quick. And then my Fiji's right there. And then I'm gonna go to plugins, bioformat importer, right? And then while we wait for that to load, okay, perfect. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna import it. This is what my options look like. Now, yours might be different. You might want to change it to mine, but like once you later understand like what all of these mean, you'll be able to like customize them to yourself. This is just how like what's been working for me so far. Um, to make this easier on you, I would, copy this. But and that's loading. And here's the image. I'm gonna make this smaller so we can look at the other things to like help adjust and help like make it brighter, look at different channels. So I'm gonna go to Fiji again, go to help. Help is really useful because if you don't know where something is exactly, you can just search it up and it'll pop up. So let's see brightness and contrast. Let's start with that one. It'll show that it's in like a to image to adjust brightness and contrast. It like shows you like how to get there as well. So I'm just gonna go in there, pull that up, and I'm also gonna pull up the channels tool right here and put that right there as well. And now moving through the Z channels is sort of like moving through like stacks of paper, like they're on the Z axis, so they're like on top of each other, which shows kind of like how the cells are in different like portions of the Z stack. So I'm gonna pick somewhere that's like shows both CC1 and PS6 pretty well. Okay, and you kind of figure out like what CC1 and PS6 by these little in parentheses. It shows that PS6 is in green, CC1 is in red, and ARLB13 or ARL13B is in far red. Um, and DAPI is usually in blue. You can also see over here how the brightness and contrast will change color depending on what channel you're on. Now, it doesn't really show that well because we're in composite. If we change to color, it'll only be one channel at a time. And you can see that clear. But I like composite. I like seeing stuff on top of each other, like messing around, seeing what I want on overlapping and what I don't want overlapping. Like, for example, if we remove DAPI, we get PS6 and CC1, we can see like, oh, these cells are overlapped with PS6 and CC1 at the same time. And also we can like, for example, let's say we want to mess with PS6, right? We go to the third one, PS6, where it's green, and then we can change the brightness and contrast, just to try to get like what image we're trying to look for at that moment, right? Oh, just go like right over here, and then let's see, this is CC1. Let's fix that as well to make it brighter or darker. And now these are the two overlapping. Let's go with that piece, see how we can change that. And that's kind of the gist of it. Okay, here it is. Mess around with it, make it brighter, darker. This one, Dappy kind of looks uniform throughout, so I'm just gonna untag. And let's look at cilia. Move all the way to the first. We can see the little red dots, brightness. And typically cilia, they change the color from red to white because also CC1 is red. So if CC1 is red and cilia is red, it's gonna kind of overlap and you're not gonna be able to notice what's cilia and what's not. So I'm gonna go to image, look up tables, and I'm gonna put grays. And now it's white. And you can just, mess around with that one as well. Um, Something like the last thing I want to show y'all before, I end this is like how to point. Over here, you can like click on here and it shows. It's like it's helpful to count because it will number them. Um, so if you're just like trying to count something, you can do that as well. You can also zoom in. I have a MacBook, so mine is like Command plus, and you can just zoom in. And over here on the top left corner, it kind of shows y'all what you're zoomed in on. Um, so yeah, there's that. I'm gonna make another video to show how to subtract background and the ROI, which I recently learned. So I will make another video showing that. I just didn't want this one to be too long, and I'm also at 10%. So yeah. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be all for learning how to like open and do the basics of Fiji. Bye. Wait.